This was one of those movies I begged my parents to take me to see in the 90s, and damn it, they never did. I had to wait until it came out to cable. I'll be honest, even then it felt like a really weird, bizarre movie, but I liked it. I actually think it's better than the original. I know, I'm probably in the minority on this one as well. I just like how creative and insane it is. As a sequel, you would expect that the best they could do was to copy the first one, which a lot of movies do. But it has a lot of innovations over the first film. Instead of taking place in another quiet town, it takes place in a highly technological building in New York. So it pretty much bashes technology by allowing the Gremlins to trash the place. The Mogwais all look completely different, and the Gremlins take on different forms. But let the opening cartoon set the mood for the rest of the film perfectly. This one's loony.
Is it safe?
The antagonist of the film is Daniel Clamp, who is trying to set up his highly advanced office building where Mr. Wing, Gizmo's owner, has his shop. When Mr. Wing passes away, it gives Clamp his opening, and when they come to bulldoze the shop, Gizmo makes his heroic escape. He doesn't make it far when a scientist, and yes, that's the security guard from Terminator 2, captures him. We find that Billy and Kate both find work at the Clamp building, where Billy works as an architect and Kate is a tour guide.
Cute bat.
So Billy's working at his desk when he hears the delivery guy humming a familiar tune. A little investigating leads Billy to the science wing where he finds Gizmo and decides to take him home with him. What's interesting about this one is that Gizmo actually causes the Mogwai to spawn. In the first one, Corey Feldman knocks the water on top of Gizmo. In this one, rather than heed Billy's advice to lie low, Gizmo leaves to explore the building. A repairman sprays water on Gizmo accidentally, getting him wet and spawning 4 new Mogwai. And yes, they have names. George, Lenny, Daffy, and Mohawk, a striped knockoff. The Mogwai actually lock Gizmo up and then proceed to terrorize the food court, eating after midnight and allowing the whole thing to start again. It goes without saying the film makes fun of itself. Not just a few times, but throughout the whole movie. I think director Joe Dante's reason for this was that he didn't want to just repeat what he did in the first movie, and the only way he could see to do a sequel was to parody the first. Halfway through the film, we're led to believe that the Gremlins have actually destroyed the film print, and then we see an angry mother and her child leave the theater, belligerently telling off a poor theater manager.
This is worse than the first one.
We just show these movies, madam. We don't make them.
I think everyone remembers the scene where Hulk Hogan comes into the fray, telling off the Gremlins for ruining the movie. It interrupts the flow of the film, but at the time it was unexpected and funny as hell. Then there's the scene where Billy is brought into Forrester's office and tries to explain the Gremlin rules. One of the receptionists tries analyzing the rules to the point of absurdity, but you know what? These are pretty legit questions.
Oh, wait a minute, what about this? What if they're eating in an airplane and they cross a time zone? I mean, it's always midnight somewhere.
And I don't know if anyone's ever noticed this, but some of the characters' names describe their personalities perfectly. Billy's supervisor is a bloodthirsty, chain-smoking control freak named Marla Bloodstone. There's Daniel Clamp, who seems to clamp everyone with his advanced building. And the lead scientist, played by Christopher Lee, is named Dr. Catheter. I'm not sure if any of these names were intentional, but I just noticed this. Speaking of Christopher Lee, I had no idea who he was when I first saw this. Of course, Mr. Lee has been around for a long time, and a lot of kids at that age probably wouldn't know of him. The earliest movie I saw him in was Hammer Films' Horror of Dracula from 1957, and that wasn't until recently. But since I became a film snob, I've seen him in a lot of movies. Aside from some of the Hammer movies, he was Scaramanga in The Man with the Golden Gun, and more recently, he's done 2 Star Wars movies, 3 Lord of the Rings films, if you include the extended version of Return of the King, and he was Willy Wonka's father in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It wasn't until years later, when watching this movie just for fun, that I realized I knew who Christopher Lee was. The highlight of the movie for me is watching all the different gremlin types. We have the Bat Gremlin, the Brain Gremlin, the Electric Gremlin.
They come in electric too?
There's even a Mrs. Gremlin. My favorite hands down is when Mohawk becomes the Spider Gremlin. I was terrified the first time I saw this, and I love how they build it up, by having Marla getting trapped inside the spider web. Then Gizmo shows up in his Rambo attire and saves the day. Again, this movie's already been done justice, but I just wanted to give it my own spin. Neither one are what you really think of when it comes to horror, especially Gremlins 2, but if you're in the right mood and you want something that's just pure fun at heart, you can't go wrong with either film.